Hey everyone, and welcome to a Hearthstone match. This is just a regular queue. I'll be playing my Manhood deck. This is a weapons deck for Warrior. This is all built around getting weapons, strengthening those weapons, upgrading those weapons, and then hitting people in the face very hard. Unfortunately, if I don't have upgrades in this deck, I really do need them. There's a couple cards that I'm missing to complete the end of this deck, but it's a lot of fun to play, and we're going to play it out here. I'm probably not going to be able to use that right away. This one, again, a little bit early on here, so see if we can't grab something else. Grab and execute, and a Leper Gnome. Leper Gnomes are great to start out with. So if you haven't played Hearthstone before, it's a very simplistic card game. I know you guys already saw my initial card opening. Basically down here you're going to see your mana. It's much like Magic the Gathering in that way, but everyone has the same amount of mana. You gain one maximum mana per turn, so it would be 1 out of 1, 2 out of 2, 3 out of 3 for each successive turn, and then of course you can expend that mana on things that you would like to use them on, and there's certain abilities that go into that. You have your own hero power and then cards that you play. The cost of the card is in the top left-hand corner of the screen, and the effects of the card are written in the area down below. So it's a very simplistic game, very sleek UI, and a lot to go into. I'm going to summon this minion. This is a 1-mana minion. I had the minion to cost it, and what this does, this has Death Rattle, which means that when it dies, it does the effect that follows the Death Rattle there. So Death Rattle, deal 2 damage to enemy hero, so if he kills it, it does 2 damage to him anyway. He's a really great card to start out with. It's 1 mana, you throw it down on the ground. It's a 2/1, which means it has damage and health on the side. And of course, you can just use this to attack as many times as you want until it kills it, and then you'll be able to do that. And of course, as is Manhood, I have my Heroic Strike here. Give your hero +4 attack this turn. Say hello. Since he already said hello. Smack him in the face! It's just a fun deck to play. This is all built around knocking out big creatures, pulling out huge weapons, and hitting them right in the face. I think on one turn I did like 22 damage with this deck. It's insane. You hit like a truck if you can get it out here. There's an Arcanite Reaper. I'm going to have that one out. Of course I went first, so I don't have that coin card. I'm going to go ahead and armor up here and just get some armor added to myself. 2 armor. My ability, but it's personal ability. You get one of the classes you choose from will have a personal hero ability, which costs 2 mana, and you can use that every turn if you don't have any cards to play. The one for Warrior is you gain 2 armor, and armor works exactly like you expect. Anytime I take damage, it goes through the armor first and then hits my health. So now I have effectively 32 HP. I'm not going to exchange here, just it would die anyway, so I'm just going to hit him. If he wants to kill this, he certainly can, and he'll take 2 damage anyway. But at this point, he's down to 22, and I'm at 32, so I'm absolutely dominating him in the early stages of this game. And we'll see what he decides to do to react to this. Oh, he's going to do the Rifleman, which means it's going to kill it. So I could have exchanged it there just to get rid of his 1/2, but of course it did 2 damage to him. He's going to do 1 to me, which is cute. My armor laughs at him. It laughs. This is a good card here. This actually draws a card for each damaged character. If you ever see character written on a card, that means heroes as well. So heroes, minions, heroes. So if he has these are damaged, I'm damaged, and he's damaged, I get 4 cards for this one. Really great pickup there. What I do is I throw down my Arathi Weaponsmith, slap that down on the ground. That's going to equip me with a 2/2 weapon. And I'm actually going to go ahead and exchange here for this 2/2 and get rid of that one, just so I have board control. Board control is so very important in Hearthstone. You want to make sure you have control of the board, unless you're going for like a rush deck or a low range deck where you just get lots of massive minions out. You want to try and end the game as soon as you can. If you're in that situation, you want to make sure you try to kill them instead of clearing the board. But I'm going to eat the 2 damage, which goes through my armor, drops me down to 29, and now I have a 3/3. He has a 1/2, and now it's just complete control. What's he going to do? He's going to go ahead and do 2 damage to that and clear this, which is fine. That clears out the board, and I'll be able to play my Arcanite Reaper next turn, which will give me 5 damage. He should exchange here. That's what I assume his plan is. Just to clear the board and give himself some control. That's exactly what he's going to do. So now he has a 2/4, a 2/1, but I have a giant axe. And I'm a man. He's got no mana left, so he's going to play a coin card and play a 1/2 taunt. So pretty good pickup there. I won't be able to hit him now with the weapon. I can't actually throw down the shield block. I can put this out right now. What this will do is it'll allow me to draw cards. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and put down the shield block. This will put me on 5 armor and summon a card there, which is great. So I have 2 Arcanite Reapers in my hand. These are just 5/2 weapons. If you're curious about the weapons, the damage is on the left side. The durability is on the right side. Every time you use the weapon, you lose 1 durability there. So you use this weapon twice. I'm going to go ahead and pop up more armor here, so now I have 7 armor. And then I'm going to kill off this taunt with the 2/1 that I got from the Arathi Weaponsmith. And now he's back to 2/4 and a 2/1. But of course I have 6 armor now because of that armor up or that shield block that I use, gain 5 armor and draw a card. You see there's a lot of armor in this deck, a lot of weapons in this deck, and of course I do have the executes, which means that if a minion is damaged, they're down below their maximum HP, I instantly kill them. He has a huge gun. A whirlwind would be beautiful here. If I get a whirlwind, or a cleave, if I get a cleave. A shield slam's not bad. They actually pulled off all my armor there, which is unfortunate. But what I can do here, and I think that's going to be my best bet, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 armor on myself, and I'm going to use my shield slam to get rid of the 4-2. Because that's going to be a big bonus in damage. I have 2 creatures damaged here. I think at this point I might still want to save this. No, I'm going to go ahead and use it. It's going to give me 2 cards. So I get a Mortal Strike, and I get another shield block, which is great. So next turn, I should have 7. I'm not really too worried about anything else, but I got rid of the 4-2, which is great, and I have 2 armor on top of me. This game, on the surface, is very simplistic. I'm going to clear out the armor there. The interface is very clean. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of depth to the game at first glance, but there really is. They simplified everything and brought it all down. So what I can do here, this is a Dread Corsair. What it does is he costs 1 less per attack your weapon. So if I cast this Arcanite Reaper, this guy will be free. He'll have 3/3 with Taunt, and I'm going to do exactly that. So I'm going to throw out my Arcanite Reaper. That's going to give me that. I'm going to throw down the Corsair, which is a 3/3 with Taunt. And if he wants to kill it, he'll have to use both of these, which one of these will die. Or he'll have to use this. It'll be down to a 4/1. And I think after that, I'm going to go ahead and armor up for that one. And I'm actually going to go ahead. I have 2 armor, so I'm going to get rid of the 2/4. And now he has a 2/1 and a 4/4. So if he wants to kill this, he has to use this one. Which means that if I get a Whirlwind next turn, they'll both die. They'll both die. You can see I'm not really too worried about exchanging my life for certain things if I have a weapon, just because I have lots of armor to deal with it. Oh, that was a good play. He's going to trade it for there. So now he has board control and he hits me for 4. These creatures are actually pretty valuable. Oh, and there's another Nightblade. This guy's all about direct damage through battle cries. This is the deck he's running right now. I absolutely need some kind of clear coming up here. Or a Ragnaros. Ragnaros actually isn't that bad. I might just play him now. Now what Ragnaros does is he can't attack, but every turn that ends, he'll shoot a fireball for 8 damage at a random target, whether it be the enemy and one of these minions here. So what I might want to do is just throw it in the Ragnaros and hope it hits one of these, and then I'll hit him directly. He can do 9 damage next turn, possibly 10 with himself, which drops me quite low. But of course I can shield block next turn and be able to react to this. So I think I'm going to do exactly that. And what it might do, which is fine by me, is he'll trade both of these for it. The worst case scenario here is if it shoots a fireball at the Elven Archer, which would be terrible, and then he could trade for these for this, which he might do. But again, of course, if he clears the board and I have weapons, I'm perfectly fine with that. That's actually where I am most effective, is when the board is clear. So here goes. We're going to cross our fingers and hope this shoots at the right target. Okay, so it gets rid of one of those, which is great. Now he can't kill this off, and he can only do about 6 to 7 damage this turn. And if he wants to kill this, he'll have to use cards to do it, which is fine. If he's using cleared cards right now, when I have cards coming up, I still have one more Heroic Strike. I still have Gorehowl, which is a 7 damage weapon. I'm going to draw that one. And when I get low, I can drop 6 damage to Mortal Strike, or I can do 4 right now and clear that, which I might do this turn. Again, I still have Whirlwinds in this deck, which I can use to clear some of these out. That's rude. So he's going to do 5 damage here. He's out of mana. He can't do a whole lot after that. That was a good play, though. That was a very clean play. So what we could do, the Arcanite Reaper is a little bit too steep in cost right now. What we could do is kill off this, which I think is going to keep me alive for a little bit longer. I might have to shield block, and I think that's going to be our best play. Is we're going to have to go for the Mortal Strike to kill the 4/4, put up the shield block, draw a card, and then put the weapon out. And after that, the 3/2, I can actually kill this off. He's going to attack with me. He's going to attack me with it next turn anyway, so I may as well attack preemptively and kill it. So I think that's my best play right now. I'm going to go ahead and kill this off. That's going to kill that. I'm going to go ahead and throw out a shield block here. Give me 5 armor and draw a card. And then, of course, I can go ahead. You know, the draw may not be worth it here. I might just kill off that Raptor. I have a decent amount of pull, and I think I'm going to do exactly that. I'm just going to save the weapon for now. I'm going to get rid of the Raptor. And now he has a 1/1 and a 2/4 and a possible weapon for himself. I still have Ragnaros to put back down. He ended up using that card to bring me back up, so I'll be able to use that.
For the king.
He's got a charge, so that makes it 5 damage this turn. He just held 5 mana left. He might have some burst coming through. He's going to eat through all my armor, which of course leaves me at 12 HP. Does he have a card to play? What you got?
Just me
Ooh, he's got a big pull. Big pull. Whirlwind. I can Whirlwind and Ragnaros. Whirlwind would kill these two. Oh. I could Whirlwind and Execute on the 2/5. And then Ragnaros. I think that's going to be my best play. It's going to wipe those. I think this would be the easiest one to take out. So we'll get rid of that one. Now he's left with a 2/3, or a 2/3 and a 2/3. And then we'll throw down the Ragnaros, which will either do 8 damage to him or kill one of these, which I'm perfectly fine with either way. Now he's down to 7. He has the ability to do damage, but if I Arcanite Reaper next turn and get any kind of draw here, he's going to destroy it. He's very grumpy. He does not like my Ragnaros. He's going to do 5 damage this turn. Oh, nope, he's going to do 7 damage this turn. So this is going to turn out to be a pretty close match. Rogues are pretty hard to deal with, just because they have a lot of just, hey, this thing dies or this thing goes away, but this is going to be game here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop down the Arcanite Reaper. I'm going to throw down the Heroic Strike. I'm going to go ahead and just to be a jerk, I'm going to execute that woman because I don't like her. We're going to put on some armor because we're cool. And then he's going to be exploded with my Manhood! Oh. And that is my weapons deck. Fun stuff. We can go in and look at the card set that I've pulled for this deck, if you guys are curious. I made a couple decks that I've been running with for the time being. Let's pull up the Manhood. Where's the Manhood? There's Manhood. Okay, so you can see I have Inner Rage, just one of them. It helps me either get some damage out on a charge minion or a minion that's still alive. I got 2 Executes, 2 Shield Slams. These Shield Slams are amazing in combination with, where are they? The Shield Blocks. So I get 5 to 10 armor, and I throw in the Shield Slam. This does 1 damage to a minion for each armor you have. So they pull out an 8/8. If I have 8 armor, I can just kill it right away, which is an incredibly good card for 1 mana, especially in combination with Shield Blocks and my special hero power. I have some Battle Rages in there just for some draw, though Armor Smith just keeps me alive and works out with the armor there. Some slams just to draw cards, a lot of pull here. Then I have the cleaves, just 1 cleave. I felt like 2 cleaves was a little bit too much, and I think that 2 cleaves was necessary. I might go back to it. I tried running it for a while. I didn't really like it too much. 1 Mortal Strike just because I get a little damage out there. I have the Weaponsmith, just puts it out. I might actually remove one of these Weaponsmiths and replace that with something else. Dread Corsairs are awesome. If you put Arcanite Reaper or anything else down, they're absolutely free, and they're 3/3 with Taunt, which is beautiful. This one allows you to, whenever cast a spell, you draw a card, and this basically, I put this in here because I have Heroic Strike, I have Slam, Cleave, Whirlwind, Shield Slam, Execute, Inner Rage, and basically, if I get to a situation where I'm pulling constant amounts of warrior cards that are spells and I'm not getting any creatures and I get this guy, that alleviates that situation because I put down a 4/4 and throw down all kinds of burst damage. I can keep myself armored, I can destroy minions, and while I'm doing this I'm drawing cards, getting closer to getting more weapons. I have Ragnaros here, which basically he's my big minion. I think that Ragnaros is just awesome. I really love having Ragnaros in the deck. I put Ragnaros in a lot of decks just because it either forces them to use big clear cards to shut him down, or he just constantly shoots things up. I mean, you saw him shoot a fireball, destroying minions. It shoots a fireball for 8 damage every single time you end your turn. This card has to be stopped or he will destroy everything. And I think having this in the deck really gives you a really well-rounded late game. And I have Gorehowl, which either does 7 damage to a person and dies because it only has 1 durability, or loses 1 attack every time you attack a minion, so it gets lower and lower. But I mean, I'm really enjoying this deck. A lot of fun. So hopefully you enjoy this. Don't forget to throw a like, favorite, and share on the video. Comment down below on how you feel about this deck or how I could improve it based on what you see here. I'm a little bit new to Hearthstone. I'm kind of learning as I go and kind of testing things out. But thanks so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.